Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here. Gonna show you a ladder battle from Total War Warhammer. And it was during this session that I was using Bretonnia quite a bit for my ladder battles. I use them in like, what, 3 or 4 ladder battles here? Anyways, yeah, I picked Bretonnia, and then my opponent's name is AVA Granitor. I'm pretty damn sure that's a Ninja Turtle reference. But yeah, he comes in and says hi. And he's gonna talk even more, and I'll show you what he says. He says, no general sniping, fair game. So he's basically asking for rules in a ladder battle, which, you know, I'm okay with. But consider this. I don't know this guy, and he's asking for rules in a ladder battle where there are no rules. So, you know, I reluctantly agree. I'm like, yeah, sure. Because I honestly don't trust him. I don't trust anybody on ladder. So I'm like, yeah, sure. But, you know, if he tries to go for my general, I really don't care because I'm used to it on ladder. Especially with the OP spells. And the fact that he uses the vampire counts, it says to me, hey, he's probably going to break these rules. And he's probably going to use, like, Spirit Leech on my commander. But honestly, even just using Bayuna on my elite units is pretty damn OP as well. But, you know, hey, if he wants to not even target my commander with a Spirit Leech or whatnot, then I guess that's pretty cool. But to be honest, I'm not really, you know, I don't really trust him that much, to be honest. And oh, let me tell you guys something. I am not doing the commentary live here. I added this commentary after the fact. But, yeah, I do know what happens in this battle already. But the footage you're seeing right now is the live footage. So you're going to see all my clicks and all that good stuff. And a huge reason why I like showing the live footage is that it captures just how close a battle is. And I think this battle is pretty damn close. There's a lot of times when you show replays, you know, you miss the big picture. Sure, you show a lot of the close-up animation and artwork and whatnot. But with these live footage battles, you get to see how close the battle was to me, and just how much of a struggle it was. So, AVA Granitor is ready with his vampire accounts, and I am ready with my Bretonnians. And what I like about Bretonnia is, I mean, they have a limited roster, but you can buy a lot of troops with them, and that's a good thing, I think. And especially the fact that you can afford all these missile units, because a lot of the other factions, they have, you know, kind of a handicap because they don't have missile foot units, or B, it's just too expensive buying their missile units. You know, like Thunderers or Handgunners, they're pretty cool, but compared to the rest of their army, it's hard to buy, say, like 5 or 6 like Handgunners or Thunderers and still afford to get a lot of other, you know, competent ground units to complement your troops. But with Bretonnia, you know, pole arms are pretty cheap, spearmen and arms are pretty cheap, so I feel like you can get quite a bit of ground units plus ground missile units. And I also brought my awesome Grail Knights. The Grail Knights are definitely one of my favorite units in this game. I feel like if you're going to use Bretonnia, then you have to use the Grail Knights. And Bretonnia is awesome, not just for their freaking awesome lore, which is pretty damn awesome, which I just said. But yeah, they're, you know, I always slam their limited roster, but I think they have a pretty damn good, you know, capabilities on ladder. But yeah, I went with a pretty nice build, I think. I have a King Lewin Leoncourt as my commander. He's on a flying mount, and I have a Paladin to be a second in command. I have 2 Grail Knights, 2 Spearmen arms, 6 pole arms, and 6 peasant bows. And this map, I fought on this map many times in ladder. I like to fight for this plateau here, as you can see. I'm gonna leave my Paladin on the left just to keep eyes out on that side. And I can fly him over if I need to. And I kept my Grail Knights in a reserve capacity, and they're hidden as well. Because when you're fighting vampire counts, you want to hide your elite units, because he might just spray Bayuna all over their faces, and then you lose that unit, you know, just that easily. So I see my opponent's all those flying units, all those Fellbats and Far guys, and I'm thinking, hey, I seriously doubt this guy is really gonna abide by his own rules when he can just fly right at my commander. However, the fact that I have all these foot archers says, hey, if he tries to fly for my commander, he's gonna get shot right in the face. So I see all of his flying units going right. Well, see, one of them's going for my paladin, the other two are flying right towards my main army, which suggests that he might be going for my commander. I don't know, because as I said, I don't know this guy, and I don't really trust people on ladder. So he is definitely going for my paladin, and he did have his other, like flying units going towards my main army, where my commander was, so I wasn't sure what he was trying to do. So I'm typing this message. It's pretty cynical. I'm like, hey, no general sniping, eh? But even if he was going for my commander, I wouldn't care, to be honest, because that's something that you expect in ladder battles. And I'm okay with that, to be honest. I'm definitely okay with that. But yeah, I think the really OP thing is using like Spirit Leech on the enemy commander. That kind of sniping. But that's not the only OP thing that a Vampire Count can do. He can also, spray Bayuna on your elite units. But again, this is ladder, so I don't care if they try that. But my opponent does say he's only going to use his abilities on my units. So when he said that, I knew right then and there that he was definitely going to use Bayuna on my troops. But you can see him. He has all those Far guys. Well, he has his Far guys, Felbats, Manfred, and he also has a flying vampire hero, which means he has plenty of Bayuna, plenty of Spirit Leech, and plenty of healing abilities if he chooses to use them. So here he sees all my cynical messages, and he's saying, hey, you can trust me. But he says, you don't know me, just look at my hours in Total War games, you'll see I'm honest. And he also says he does YouTube videos. Oh, you know what? I meant to check his YouTube video, his channel, but I never did. I'll check it after I finish recording this. But he says his name is Granitor Total War. And again, I'm pretty damn sure that's a Ninja Turtle reference. And here I tell him, hey, I see your army build, and your army build does reek of a general sniping build. But against Bretonnia, it's not so much a sniping thing, because Bretonnia players will bring a lot of archers. So if he tries to, he would get shot. So I was pretty confident in my build that I could protect my general. And I tell him, hey, I also saw you flying towards my paladin. And he reminds me that, hey, it's not my general. But I also did see his other Felbats flying towards my main army, where my general was. But they seem to have stopped when maybe he noticed my archers. But again, I don't know. Because I really don't know him. He might have been telling the truth. And honestly, in hindsight, he does play with the agreement that he proposed. So he at least has that going for him. And he is a pretty nice guy, in retrospect. But yeah, I am definitely going to keep my Grail Knights hidden for now, because I'm afraid he's going to spray Bayuna all over them. Because he even said he is going to use his abilities on my units, just not on my commanders. So yeah, I did conquer this plateau. And I see all those zombies in the front ranks. So, I'm going to shoot them first. And if his flying units get close, you can see him going down my flanks, then I'm going to turn my peasant bowman missile towards them. And you can see he is moving some of his Felbats towards my left flank of archers there. So I'm going to send in King Lewin out to protect my archers on that side. Also my paladin too. And he's going to start flying away. But pretty cool progress on his zombies. You can see his zombies are starting to blink over there. That's a good sign. But yeah, zombies are fodder units, so I am going to shoot them. But if any of his better, his higher priority units come into range, I'm going to start targeting them. Like his flying units. I'm going for his flying units. Also going to go for his vampire, who's just right there, and also Manfred, who's also just right there. Now, he just casted a Bayuna, and he did warn me that he was going to use his abilities on my units. I think that's pretty OP too, like, Bayuna and Spirit Leech. But hey, it is ladder, so I'm not really surprised by anything. Anyways, his Cryptors are digging into my units. Now, I see that I have no choice. I have to start bringing in my my reserves. Because I see his Cryptors coming in for a flanking attack. And I don't have enough units to protect my left flank right now. So I take out my reserve Grail Knights. And that's why I like keeping reserves, because I can respond to these kind of tactical situations when it happens. So yeah, reserves are very obligatory. And yeah, now you can see some of my infantry starting to waver on the left. That's not good. But I'm hoping I can shatter his flank attack here. You can see one of his Cryptors is starting to waver over there. That's good. Now, as Bretonnia, I gotta remind you guys that if you lose your king, you're gonna lose pretty much half your army. Because there's so many peasants fighting for you that without their king, they're pretty much toast. So if you lose your king, you are screwed. Whereas if I'm using the Empire, if I lose my king, it's not always a bad thing. But look at my front lines there of pole arms. They're getting shattered there, as you can see. That is not a good thing. I probably should have used King Lewin over there, cast some holding spells for them, and then come back and reinforce my left flank. But hey, you know, you gotta respond as the situation happens. So yeah, I see his vampire hero flying towards my archers. So within range, I'm gonna start targeting the vampires when I can. But now I have to protect myself against those Fellbats who flew there. And I see Manfred. Manfred has casted Bayuna. I freaking hate Bayuna, guys. I hate Bayuna just as much as Spirit Leech, to be honest. Because you can bring these expensive elite units, and then with Bayuna, like 2 or 3 castings of Bayuna, you lose that unit just like that, like it's nothing. And then they can just charge your mana back. Yeah, like when they released a new patch, I was really disappointed that they didn't really address Bayuna or Spirit Leech that much. They're just as strong as they were in the first patch. But yeah, this battle is not looking good. I've lost all my frontline pole arms, so that's not good. If you'll notice, what do I have protecting me now? Just my Grail Knights, who are, one of them has the white flag raised. I got my Paladin, my King, and my Archer. That's all I have right now. But my pole arms, well, some of them came back actually. But pole arms and spearmen are gone. And yeah, as far as melee infantry goes, I don't have much, but they are slowly coming back though. That's a good thing. Like, if I lost my king, they would not come back at all. The fact is, he has a tactical positional edge over me now, because all my guys, well, most of my guys have routed, and the ones that did come back from routing, they are way back out. They're way back over there now. So I need to get Russian back into the fight. And that is my huge thing right now. There's this big fight, and I'm trying to just get my guys back into the battle as quickly as possible. I'm trying to keep King Lewin Leoncourt fighting, and also my Paladin, using their abilities whenever possible. So yeah, this is a very desperate battle, as you can see, but there's a lot of good progress against his Cryptors there. It's like they're pretty much wavering. Even his far guys in the back there are starting to waver. Just a few more shots, they will explode. They will implode. And I'm okay when he chases some of my archers with his Cryptor, because it means that Cryptor is not taking part in this fight. And you can see he casted Bayuna again. This time on one of my pole arms. Man at arms. The good thing is, yeah, I am keeping my king alive. That's good. But yeah, a lot of my troops are so scattered, and some of his troops are scattered too because they're chasing down my units. Roar. So yeah, look at his Manfred now. His Manfred is down, what, like 55% in health. Or, you know, yeah. So I definitely want to attack him when possible, but if I get rid of him, then that'll help me in this fight. Because, like, positionally, my guys are all out of position. I have all these archers way out there. But I do want to target his vampire right there, because the vampire, aside from her melee abilities, she's pretty damn strong. Like, she's almost like Manfred, to be honest, but she's a lot more fragile than Manfred. But yeah, either Manfred or that vampire are top of my priorities to be targeting right now. Look at that. Just sent that zombie unit flying. But yeah, you can see it's a freaking seesaw battle. It's very desperate. You know, like there were times where I was thinking, wow, this guy has me. Alright, so look at Manfred on the right there. Look at this. I'm targeting with my archers. Bam! We have knocked Manfred out of the battle. Now I just gotta deal with his vampire. And also some of his other foot units. But yeah, killing Manfred was huge. Finally got rid of him. So, no more of that freaking B unit, but that B unit was killing me. So, with Manfred gone and his troops going down, he says, good game, well played. And I say good game too. And this battle won't end just yet. You're gonna watch his vampire die too. At this point, it's no longer a spoiler. I just want to forewarn you guys of what to expect here. Watch his vampire. You can kind of see her. Keep watching. She's fighting my paladin right now. It's kind of hard to see because I'm zoomed out. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Oh, she's dead. Yeah. So I was surprised I won that fight because it was not looking good for me for like 80% of the time. But yeah, when I killed Manfred, yeah, I was like, yeah, I think I got this. So definitely a good game to him. And I do apologize for my cynicism regarding his proposals, and see if he actually would stick with it. So as you guys notice with my battle numbers, I don't upload my battles in order. So the ranking's still 59 here. Yeah, good game to my opponent. I will check out his channel after I upload this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this very close battle. I thought it was pretty damn close. See you guys later.